Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have had a parcel from the locked library. It's not in its normal box, so I can only assume that this is the sequel to the book that wouldn't burn. I've forgotten its title. It is. Okay, it is The Book That Broke the World by Mark Lawrence. It's a lot smaller than its predecessor. We've got the green edges and the orange, and then the beautiful continuation of the bookshelves on the spines. I really enjoyed the first book. I'm looking forward to this one. I wasn't sure whether there was going to be a sequel or not, because the way that it ended seemed like it could go either way. So oh wow, we've actually got artwork as well. I forgot that they do like foiled covers. So we've got "We Fight for the People We Love" on the front. Oh, sorry. As always, we have got the locked library key on the spine. They all line up. And then, which I was quite surprised at, we have this stunning artwork. Look at that. I would totally live there if I could. Like, that is the dream. Look at all those shelves. Look at them. Is the back the same? The back's the same. Wow. Oh, I love a book. So for those of you that haven't read the first one and The Book That Wouldn't Burn, this synopsis might have spoilers, so you might want to mute or skip or stop watching. I don't know, whatever. Or find out what this one's about and have the first one spoiled. It is up to you. I don't mind. So this is the second volume in the best-selling, groundbreaking library trilogy, following The Book That Wouldn't Burn. We fight for the people we love. We fight for the ideas we want to be true. Ava and Livia stand side by side and yet far beyond each other's reach. Ava is forced to flee the library, driven before an implacable foe. I'm sorry, I've got cat fur in my mouth. There we go. Livia is trapped in a ghost world, has to recover her book if she's to return to her life. While Ava's journey leads him outside into the vastness of a world he's never seen, Livia's destination lies deep inside her own writing, where she must wrestle with her stories in order to reclaim the volume in which they were written. And all the while, the library quietly weaves thread to thread, bringing the scattered elements of Livira's old life, friend and foe alike, back together beneath new skies. Long ago, a lie was told, and with the passing years it has grown and spread, a small push leading to a chain of desperate consequences. Now, as one edifice topples into the next, with ever-growing violence, it threatens to break the world. The secret war that defines the library has chosen its champions and set them on board. The time has come when they must fight for what they believe or lose everything. That's not as spoilery as I thought. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I didn't think we would get this so soon. I mean, it's been a while since the first book come out. It was last year at some point. I think it was March or April's book last year, because I missed it, and it's the book that made me discover the locked library, and I managed to get it on their TikTok shop when they sold their like excess stock. And then they had their first ever outside of subscription sale with this one, and they did this, and then they reprinted the first one because so many people were asking for it. Yeah, I just, oh my god, and they've done a letter as well. Oh, I don't know what made me check that, because I didn't think they would, because like Fairy Loot and Lumacrate don't have letters for like their non-subscription books, as far as I know. They don't. Do they? No, they don't. That's cool. That is a nice touch. We'll read that in a second. Yeah, so I felt really bad for the locked library because it was their first ever sale, and they had trouble with this one. People could go on and they could buy the reprint of The Book That Wouldn't Burn, but nobody could get hold of this. It was there, and people would click on it, and it was coming up saying, you don't have access to this, and as the internet likes to do, everyone was getting really super stressy and like having a go at the library. And it's like, come on. It's their first ever attempt at selling something outside of their subscriptions. It wasn't handled badly. They didn't realize that there was going to be a problem. And then people were moaning because they bought the wrong book. And it's like, how could you buy the wrong book? Like, you physically had to click on the books individually to buy them. And I did feel bad for him. And I'm sure the lot library could have refunded those. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they did really well for their first ever sale outside of a box. Yes, it was a little bit frustrating because it was a really popular book. People were getting stressed. They'd done it in a way that they said that this one would go on sale to anyone that had an active subscription, whereas there are probably people at the moment that don't have the subscription to the lot library but had the first book. So I think they need to implement a situation like Fairy Loot and Illuma Crate, where they have people that got the first book go in at 12, active subscribers go in an hour later, and then general sale is an hour after that. Although personally I don't really like how that is done. I think people that got the first book need to have like a full 24 hours, because I've seen cases where people that had the first book box with other companies didn't actually get the sequel because it goes on sale for an hour to them and then it goes out of stock during general subscriber sale. So like the subscribers will all buy it up even if they haven't got the copy, because they all have massive resale value. So I do think book companies need to look at giving people that got the first book a fairer chance. I'm lucky. My work doesn't care what I do with my time as long as I get my work done. So I can say, I want to take my lunch at 11 o'clock because there's a book sale, and they'll say, yes, that's fine. I understand not everyone's in that position. I know I am highly privileged, and it's one of the things that I like about where I work. But I do think book box companies need to make it a lot fairer to people that have already got the first edition, and if they're no longer subscribed, it can be stressful. And to have that hour window, knowing that a lot of these things go out of stock during subscriber sales, it's not fun. I get stressed, and I know that I can sit there and buy the book. So, but I got it, and they resolved their issues quite quickly as well. I think it was 15-20 minutes after the sale went live, they realised, oh my God, there's actually a problem. They were on it straight away. After they put an announcement out to say that they were aware, they fixed it within 5 minutes. At least that's what it felt like. So I'm hoping that everyone that wanted the copy got a copy. I'm excited. I can't believe how small it is compared to the other one. But let's read the letter, because I'm really surprised that they have done this, which is so cool. So, dear Lock Library reader, this is the 17th book I've had published, and although many of the circumstances have changed, some things remain the same. Much of my first book was written by the bedside of my profoundly disabled youngest daughter in her early years. Some of it in pencil, some on an antique laptop whose screen I needed to tip forward to illuminate the keys. Today I'm writing this letter beside her hospital bed. She's 19 now and about to have an MRI scan under general anaesthetic. The laptop is a definite upgrade, but the end key has stopped working entirely, and I'm making progress only by cutting and pasting the letter. Books have kept us going through all of this. Books I've read to her, books I've read to myself in coffee queues, 2 bright cubicles, tubular steel chairs designed by sadists, books I've written, even a picture book we wrote together. I grow my stories as I write. I'm not a planner. They spread like ripples on a pond, or weeds if you prefer the gardening analogy. I write trilogies. This is my 6th. The ending is unknown to me at the start. I follow through these characters, their relationships, their pasts, friends, futures, until something reveals itself to me, and a path can be plotted to the final page. It's an exercise in faith or hope or optimism. The idea that if you keep poking away, keep trying, or just plain endure, something good will happen. The same approach works for me in life too. In the specifics of hospital stays and in the I can't read today. Generality of big pictures and big questions. I'm not interested in knowing the final destination. I'd rather gather the threads, spin them together, and imagine all the places that could lead. I hope this leg of the library trilogy meets with your approval. It spreads, it takes strange paths, and it may end up in a very different place than you anticipated. But it's important to step on the journey. And with hindsight, I can look back from the end of the final book and say it's a path I'm glad to have walked. At the end, all books deserve stock taking of what has changed and what has remained the same, both in the characters and in the reader. And if, on turning the final page, the sum is constant, then perhaps the contributing parts will be different. And if not, then it's at least good to have looked, because everything running your fingertips along the spine, because even running your fingertips along the spine on your own shelf can impart a little wisdom. I really like that they've included a letter in like a general sale book or like a non-box book. That's so cool. I like that. I am so excited to read this because I really enjoyed the first one. The twist at the end of the first one, I did not see coming. Like, absolutely. It was amazing. Go and read it just for that, guys. Like, if you haven't read The Book That Wouldn't Burn, oh my god. I now have hiccups. Go read it. Go check it out and then pick this up because I'm sure it is going to be just as fantastic. I cannot wait. I have been bombing through my reading list this month. So now I have the book that I'm currently reading that I've just started today. In the last 2 weeks, I've read 5 books. No, 4 books. I'm starting my 5th. So I've just started one. I've got another one. Then it's this, because I'm bumping this over the book that turned up a couple of weeks ago because I loved the first one so much. I can't wait. It's stunning. I love that it's a similar style. I love that I'm going to have like a little set of books that have bookshelves on them because I think that's just great. I can't wait. It's so pretty. It even has George R.R. Martin's seal of approval and Robin Hobb. Not that I really got on with the Robin Hobb books, but I can't wait. I'm so happy it turned up. I'd also completely forgotten that I'd ordered it until it said that Every had a parcel from the Lock Library, and then I saw this and I was like, that's not a Lock Library box. That must be something else. What is that? And then it twigged that I'd actually ordered something from them. So, yay, I'm excited. As always, I will post a review on my website. It might be a while because I've got like 5 reviews lined up to publish, and I try and publish on a Monday. And if I have an excess on a Friday, so they'll probably start spilling over onto Fridays. I try and do it so that my BookBox books come out on a Monday. And then like my sequel books, so like Ta-da, for example, will come out on a Friday if I am that far like advanced in like what I'm reading and what I'm writing. But it will be on my website. I'll have the link in the description below along with my social medias. And if you have liked this video, please like and subscribe. If not, totally fine. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I will very badly remember to post my reviews, but I am consistent with posting my YouTube video links on there. So that's a thing that I do. I'll see you for the next video. My eyelashes are sticking together. Thank you for watching. Bye!